What's up, my honey boo bears, money makers, all y'all, and my cousins. Apologies for the last video. I had some buffering situations going on, but let's get back to this story because, like I said, for the last couple of days, this has really been pissing me off, and it has really disturbed me. I have followed this from practically day one.
One big misunderstanding. She said she was just trying to do a favor for her best friend's aunt, who's the mother of the toddler in this case. Kiera Wood says she was relying on GPS to get her to the right house, and that did not happen. From her perspective, Kiera Wood says she was just trying to help out a friend, and she never left this little boy in danger.
I just feel destroyed. Because I love kids. Y'all making me look bad.
She's now under investigation for child abandonment. This is the full video given to us by the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. From the time she walks up to the porch, rings the doorbell, knocks, and then runs to her car, is about 20 seconds. She spent 8 seconds waiting on that porch for someone to answer.
I never ran off and just left him there without even seeing if somebody came to the door. The lady was halfway to the door.
This is the woman who answered the door. She tells us it is easy to see through her front glass window, and she corroborated the clothing Kiera said she was wearing. Although Kiera took off so fast, this woman said she never even saw her at the door.
And the only reason why I started running is because it was chilly outside, and I didn't have no sweater on, as you can see on the video.
The entire ordeal unfolded Wednesday night when the little boy's mother asked Kiera to drop her son off at his father's house while she waited at a corner store. Did you ever ask your friend, why am I doing this? Why aren't you just staying in the car with me, helping me get to the right
because
house?
She told me, she said, friend, I need you to do me a favor. I can't drop my son off in my baby daddy house because his wife has a restraining order on me.
Turns out Kiera got the wrong house directly next door to the father's home, and he wasn't even at home at the time of the drop-off. Telling Eyewitness News, this mother never informed him the little boy was coming over.
At the end of the day, y'all are just trying to blame me, but it was really the mother's fault. I'm just an innocent bystander.
And the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office would not give us any other details today about their investigation into potential charges for child abandonment. That little boy was returned back to his mother through CPS yesterday.
So, in the last clip you just saw, you hear the lady that dropped the baby off at the door stating that the friend was at the corner store, that the baby daddy's wife had a restraining order, that you know, she ran because she was cold and didn't have a jacket on, that a woman was coming to the door, and they even had confirmation from the woman that came to the door, the homeowner that the child was dropped off at, even said, yes, that's what I had on. You can see through my front glass and everything like that. So, you know, the woman did kind of confirm that part. So, I'm going to play this next clip so we can catch her in her lies. And I'm going to further tell you why I feel like the book should be thrown at both of these women.
The woman seen in this video dropping Royal Prince Simmons off along with 2 big bags is a friend of the child's mother. After she knocks on the door, you see Royal repeatedly looking back at her as she runs off and seconds later gets into a white car.
Did you guys have the wrong address?
I spoke with her over the phone and asked her why she didn't ensure he got in safely. Her response, a man answered the door. But it was a female homeowner that brought Royal in and allowed him to rest alongside her children as she waited for deputies and CPS to arrive. Royal's mother told me over the phone she was in the hospital last night and had her friend drop him off. She says her friend must have mixed up the addresses Wednesday night.
This lady lying.
I spoke with the 2-year-old father who tells me he doesn't buy that story and he's upset that an adult would leave his child like that without making sure he got inside safely.
They must have thought that was my wife, so she laughing, I guess she trying to mess with my wife by dropping the baby off at the house and taking it as a game. But your game came to an end. You dropped them off at the wrong house.
The child is in the custody of a foster family right now and could be reunited with family. At this point, we do not know whether that will be the mother or father. Deputies here in Montgomery County also telling us that that woman seen in the video could face child abandonment charges. In Montgomery County, Taisha Walker, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Okay, so now you clearly hear her on the phone when the dad and the news lady has her on the phone. And she's saying that, you know, basically a man came to the door and, you know, this and then the other. And as you hear the dad saying, you know, she's lying. Yes, she is lying. And I'm starting to feel like the whole situation about the mother being in the hospital and everything, that's a lie too, because they came up after the fact. After the fact that the girl said that the woman was at the corner store. So where did they get the whole hospital thing from? From my understanding, they did give the child back to the mother. I probably would have asked to just get a child to the dad. I don't know. But they did get a child back to the mother from my understanding. As far as me keeping up with the updates. But as you clearly see, she was lying on the phone while the dad had her on the phone. And she was saying, you know, that the man came to the door and this, that, and the third. And I kind of agree with him. Like I said in my last video, I feel like they were being very spiteful. I mean, like, they was just so disrespectful to the umpteenth most thousand power. Like, they really should be, like, getting booked with a bunch of charges, you know. And like he was saying, she was laughing and thinking that that was probably his wife. And like I told y'all in the first video, they was just being spiteful. These are trifling women. And I hate to say that being a woman, but as a mother, I would never do anything like that. First of all, when I drop somebody off, I don't even pull off until they make it in their door, whether it's a child, a grown person, whatever. That's just common courtesy. And the way she was dragging that baby up there, she literally drug him from the car all the way to the doorstep by one arm. Like, could have pulled that baby arm out of socket. Y'all know y'all done heard those old folks say that you gonna pull that baby arm out of socket. Could have literally pulled that baby arm out of socket, and then to sit there and say, oh, y'all trying to make me feel bad, I love kids. But if you love kids, you'd have picked that baby up and carried that baby to the door. You'd have waited, you'd have stood there, you'd have shivered and shook right along with that baby. You wouldn't have drove off. And then the lady just sped off. You know, they really thought that was funny. I don't really think that they thought they was going to be caught, you know, by camera doing such things. And so it's basically been lie after lie after lie after lie, according to this girl. And she wants to put all the blame on the mother, claiming she's an innocent bystander. No, you're not an innocent bystander, because a real friend would have stayed and waited on that child. If I'm dropping somebody's baby off, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And matter of fact, the other night when it was a little boy playing with my nephew, he wanted to go to his parents. And he was like, well, I know they don't run over there. No, you're not. I walked them right on up there. I made sure I spoke to, you know, the mama. And I was like, okay, they wanted to come over here. I see you, you know, so I want to make sure you got him. It was too many people out there. And, you know, I wouldn't finna let him just run through there. You know what I'm saying? Because it is too much going on in the world. So I don't feel like she was a real good friend. Because a real good friend would have been like waiting at the door, making sure this is the right house. And, you know, having some sense, speaking to an adult, letting them know this is what's going on. This is who sent me. This is why I'm here this time of the night. And furthermore, the mama was being spiteful because she didn't even contact the dad. She just, you know, like, hey, go drop him off. And she could have been in the car. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that she was really at the hospital. She could have very well been in the car watching all this going on, and by the time, you know, the girl gets out, she probably just said, just run, drop them off, ring the doorbell, and jump back in and go. Girl got in the car, drive, you know, ain't even caring, because now you got two different stories of where the mother was supposed to be. Either she was at the corner store, she was at the hospital. Which one is it? If she was at the hospital, it would have been records of her being, you know, admitted into the hospital. So I feel like that need to be further investigated. And if she wasn't at the hospital, I feel like even more charges further than child abandonment should be put on both of these women. I really feel like both of these women need to have the book thrown at their ass. That was some trifling, conniving. That was just really uncalled for. And it was disrespectful. And it was disrespectful to the child and the baby daddy. Point blank, period. And I'm furthermore believing that his wife don't even have a restraining order on her. You know what I'm saying? Because if so, I'm quite sure they would have had a better drop-off plan. You know what I'm saying? That man didn't even know that baby was coming. That man was gone half the day. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like both of them need to serve some jail time. Both of them need as many charges as charges can be found, brought up against them. Like I say, once again, I apologize for the first video, but yes, I wanted y'all to hear how she basically lied and got caught up in her lies, and how this story is not adding up, and it should be further investigated. And if they don't investigate it, it's enough evidence right there to prove that both of them should be convicted of more charges than just child abandonment. So y'all get down in the comments, let me know what y'all think, and I will be back with some more stories and commentary. Peace.